Hi, this is Greg at Best Choice Trailers. Today I'm going to take you for a walk around the Sure-Trac 6x10, 7,000 pound GVW low profile dump trailer. This unit again is in the 7,000 pound GVW. We also stock it in the 10,000 pound as well. It's available in the 6x10 7K, 6x10 10K, and 6x12 10K. Let's take a walk around this particular unit, show you all the standard features. So this particular trailer is going to weigh in about mid-2000s, give or take about 2,500 pounds. It's going to give you a net legal payload of about 4,500 plus your tongue weight. Tongue transfer via the ball is going to be about 15% or about 1,000 pounds. The total net's going to be about 5,500. So up front, it's going to have a 2 5/16 inch coupler. It's got the A-frame jack, 5-inch tube tongue and main frames. It's actually got the same tongue and main frame as the 10K trailer. Notice it is tube, not channel, which is going to resist that torsional load a little better. And notice it is a triple tube tongue instead of a standard A-frame. They do a sealed wiring harness that's grommeted and ran in frame. It's also got a plug holder that'll keep your plug off the ground and out of the elements. It's got integrated safety chain holders. It's got a locking toolbox. It's got the heavy-duty tread plate lid. Power up, power down remote fob with a 20-foot cord. KTI pump, power up, power down. It's got your Deca deep cycle marine battery. Now, the extra wires on the battery are the charge line, so this will charge off the accessory line of your truck via the auxiliary wire. It has the newer style bullet LED lights. It is powder coated, and that's one of the things that we really like about Sure-Trac is not necessarily that it's powder coated, but how they prep their steel. All their steel is stored inside. It's actually unloaded off a truck inside and stays in there. Then they blast the finished product with a steel grit, not a sand grit. And then they do a zinc primer prior to powder coating. So it's got one of the better finishes that we've seen in the marketplace. Integrated side step is standard. Gives you a step up into the trailer. Those are on both sides. It's got a grommeted wiring harness that's sealed again and ran in frame. They use a 2-inch ram on their cylinder. You see some that use 1.5 inches or 1.75 inches. It's also got greased zerks top and bottom. 7K trailer for 2019 does now have ramps that are standard. These are the same ramps that are on the taller 7-foot wide trailers. With a little higher load angle. So these here give you a nice low load angle being a 6 wide. Notice Sure-Trac also puts a 1/2 inch plate on the end of the ramps. That is a wear point. It's one of the only things that we generally see on a dump trailer. If they use a 1/4 inch plate over time, that'll flatten out. The 1/2 inch plate they use here is our preferred. Then they do a piece of tube seal to keep it from pulling away from the trailer, so that retains it. Sure-Trac's going to use, give or take, about a 16-inch on center cross member on the bed. Now, some manufacturers on a 6 wide do not use a bed frame. On this, they do. They use a heavier 4-inch tube bed frame. So what I mean by that, some manufacturers will take the sidewall down past the floor cross member and form it in. On this one, they've chosen to go with a separate 4-inch tube bed frame that ties all the cross members together. A little bit nicer way of doing it. They run their wiring that comes out of the frame in loom and then silicone to joints. They give you some rope rings that you would be able to hook a J-hook onto, or more commonly a bungee cord for a tarp kit into a tarp grommet. Stake pockets are standard equipment on the trailer, allowing you to build the sides up. One nice thing we like is this integrated keyway. It gives a lot of strength to that sidewall without adding any real additional weight. The front and rear bulkhead also is nice. It puts the lights at the back up where folks behind you can see you. Also gives you a slot for a 2x12 or any dimensional lumber there. Gives you an ideal spot for mounting a tarp kit. You can also use a universal tarp kit to mount at different areas, but that there would generally be where we would do the OEM tarp. Also keeps from deflecting some of your lighter material out with the bulkhead. Standard on these is going to be a 20-inch side. Industry, we've seen 18 and 20s. Every once in a while, very seldom, but you'll see a 2-foot. So these are about 20 to the top of the wall, and then you've got, again, the opportunity to go with like a 2x12 So you get high as, give or take, a 32-inch side. Now, with stone and anything heavier, aggregate, you'd want to stick to the sidewall, and you're probably not even going to get halfway up the sidewall, hardly around the perimeter, and heave it a little bit in the middle. If you go mulch and construction debris, drywall scrap, framing lumber, etc., you can probably build the sides up a little bit, as that's lighter duty material. New for 2019, Sure-Trac's put a real heavy duty setup at the back. It's also got the zerts on it on the door. And then also they've made this into a combo spreader gate. It used to be a barn door, and now it's a combo spreader, so you can tailgate like a dump truck. They put the zerts on the hinges, and then they've also beefed up the rear ramp holder on these. Then little detail, Sure-Trac, very simple chain design to hold the door back, but very effective. Also little details with the mesh around them to keep your finish nice on these. Sure-Trac's very detail-oriented, very good finish quality on these. Little details too, I'll show you, like the hinge point. They take and plate it out, got heavy plating, and then the grease zert on the hinge point. They also cap the end of the tube frame. Again, the wiring's all grommeted. All sealed brake connections on these. Radial tires on these are standard. It's a 225/75 R15 8-ply radial tire, and the trailer's got the new forward adjusting brakes, so they self-adjust throughout the life of the brakes, and it's also got the newer style Easy Lube hubs. If you have any questions about this or any of our other trailers, feel free to give us a ring at 717-220-4220 or visit us on the web at bestchoicetrailers.com.